BYU, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Colorado, Kansas State. There's a slew of Big 12 teams that are being disrespected by the AP poll and being disrespected nationally overall. And I want to tell you why that matters first. I'm going to talk about the Alabamas of the world, about the Notre Dames of the world, about these schools that have lost games and are still ranked above Big 12 teams. And I won't make a case that every school that's undefeated should be above a one loss. BYU shouldn't be above Texas. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. But there is a reason you should care. I'm a BYU fan, and if we're 18 or 14 or 5th, I don't care. None of that matters. We're going to the playoff. I'm an Iowa State fan. If we're 5th in the nation or 20th, we're still going to the playoff. Doesn't matter. It should matter to you, and here's why. I'm watching ESPN during Saturday's slate, Utah and TCU, and the announcers are talking about how a Big 12 team isn't a lock for the college football playoff. It's actually the top 4 highest ranked conference champions. So if Army or Navy or SMU, and I'm sitting here thinking, this is a Big 12 game we're watching. We are in 8 weeks. We're 8 weeks into college football. And now this media juggernaut, ESPN, when the Big 12 is outperforming on the football field a lot of these hapless SEC and Big 10 teams that were supposed to be dominant. Hello, USC. Hello, Michigan. Hello, Alabama. In the middle of that happening, now, what if we slip in this narrative that the Big 12 doesn't have to make the college football playoff with an automatic bid? We could leave them out altogether. That is why these rankings matter. And more than that, there's a machine, okay? The general college football viewer, when they hear 7-0 BYU is playing 7-0 Iowa State, there are determinative factors on whether or not they watch. And a lot of times, it's that tiny number next to your name that's going to carry your team, carry that brand, carry the conference ultimately. Example, 7-0 BYU, undefeated BYU plays undefeated Iowa State. One of them is ranked 21st in the country. One of them is ranked 18th. No one, by and large, is diving into that game. In the same way that 18th ranked Missouri plays 21 ranked Texas A&M, by and large, you're going, okay, cool. Bottom end, top 25 game, noon matchup. I'll toss it on the TV for a little bit. I'm more worried about something different. Oh, actually, I'm more worried about number 7 Iowa State playing number 9 BYU. Both teams are undefeated. A top 10 matchup that has college game day at it because those two schools are so high in the rankings and have carried so much. Oh, I'm even more worried. Like Cincinnati, they're good, right? Yeah, they're not ranked, though. What's this game doing on the TV? Cincinnati's not even ranked. I know you aren't like that. I'm not like that. You put BYU wherever you want them, I'm still going to watch BYU. Same for Utah. Same for Iowa State. Same for Kansas State. Same for West Virginia. I don't care. I'm a maniac. I love college football. The average viewer who matters more to the TV companies than you and I, they don't care about the intense fans. They care about the casual fans. How do we get more people to pop this on their TV so that when Hyundai calls and they want a commercial, we can say, hey, here's how many viewers we have during this slot in college football. That's what they want. That's what they want to beef up these SEC teams as far as they can get the Big 10 teams, as far as they can get them. Go, we're going to drive ratings up because the casual viewers will start to watch. Buddy, I can almost guarantee you, if you slap that number 5 ranking next to Iowa State and a number 7 ranking next to BYU, and they played tomorrow, your viewership of LSU versus Indiana, LSU versus Notre Dame game, it's going to kind of be on par, buddy. That little number is such a driving, determining factor. And so many fans of these teams that are highly ranked in the AP poll are already like kind of giving up on the coach, giving up on the season. You look at the LSU message boards. Oh, well, we lost to USC. So, we can still make the playoff, but we're fraudulent. Look at Alabama. Alabama's already lost to. We're going to miss the college football playoff. These guys are diving out. And ESPN now wants to paint a new narrative that the Big 12 doesn't have to have a spot in the college football playoff. Is that what you got from? Can I interject into your little ESPN conversation? May I introduce you to BYU, who's undefeated? May I introduce you to Iowa State, who's undefeated? Then would you like to shake the hand of Ohio State, who's not? Georgia, who's not? Alabama, who's got 2 losses? LSU, who lost to a putrid USC team. Finally, we're starting to see like Michigan fall out of place. But why is Notre Dame ranked above BYU? Oh, let me see. Look, I got my notes here. Notre Dame's schedule. Okay, it shows that Notre Dame lost on the road to Ohio State. So that's a quality loss, I guess. Yeah, they could be above BYU. Oh, nope. Click, refresh. That's right. They lost in Northern Illinois. And I'm telling you, that number matters. Yeah, well, Notre Dame's the better team. Are they? They played it better. Their strength of schedule to FPI, to their averages. No, man. BYU's the number 2 team in America based on strength of record. Number 2 in America. Far ahead of Miami, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M. So yeah, you go play that, hey, we got a couple. We're really gonna make that LSU and A&M game big. We're gonna make it pop. We're gonna put those little numbers next to them and move them up. You could do the same thing with the schools that actually deserve it, and we've built it. They're gonna come. Let it happen. Somebody clip that. The Big 12 is not getting any respect from the AP poll. I mentioned that last week. And I'm hopeful that it changes this week, but I want you to know the consequences of that and that it's only going to get worse if we're talking about an Alabama squad that you go, yeah, this is going to be the argument. This will be the argument. The fact that I'm already hearing on ESPN, be it Alabama fans that go, yeah, Bama's lost 2 games, but I know they're better than BYU. I know they are. The difference? Like I know they're better than BYU because they almost lost to Oklahoma State and SMU, and Iowa State almost lost to UCF. They're fraudulent. You know what we'd be saying if Bama had beaten Vanderbilt? Yeah. Would you still be playing the they almost lost card? You did lose. I would rather win and have some fan be like, they almost lost, than do what you did, Alabama, then do what you did, Tennessee, then do what you did, Notre Dame, Illinois, Oklahoma, and actually lose. Boise State. That was the argument those guys are making on the TV. Army, Navy, Boise State. Huh. Okay. Start slipping that narrative in and see where it gets you. If that's where the machine wants to go, that's where the machine will go. We've learned that. We learn it every year, and 12 teams were supposed to fix it, and now there are 2 teams that rightfully deserve a spot in the college football playoff based on where they sit in the rankings and their resume in BYU and Iowa State. There are teams like Colorado, Cincinnati, Kansas State that deserve more respect, that in this conference deserve more, and maybe you think your team, who's competitive in Big 12 play, is also in that category, and they might be, but those are the ones, when we talk strength of record, that truly should be in the conversation for the top 25, the top 20, the top 10. And they're not. And that sucks. Your fun little money machine, huh? Everybody loves money. Oklahoma got waxed. Texas got waxed. Well, at least you got paid, huh? That was fun for the fans. They loved that. They had a great time. I think Iowa State fans, BYU fans, having a lot more fun. Oh, yeah, well, they don't have as much money. You didn't get any of the money that Texas got and then Oklahoma got. It didn't go to you. It went so that you could watch them lose. And I bet your beer prices went up too. Coming up, let's recap that BYU game. Just a quick interjection, because these games go so late now on a Saturday. If we have a Friday game and I recap that game, I love to throw it into the Saturday show to make sure you get that piece of content that recaps Friday, people that were doing high school football Friday. Also, it's like 3 a.m. here. So having that added segment is huge for me, because staying up till 3 a.m. every Saturday is something I would normally do, but I have to do it this time without near as many beers as would typically be consumed because I'm working at 3 a.m. on a Saturday. This has been the middle segment. Coming up, BYU. What was that? On Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time. There's a pretty lady that I know. And she was like, hey, man, do you want to go see Taylor Swift? I was like, I don't think so. But I'll help you find cheap tickets to do it on Game Time. Curated deals make it easier to find the best prices on great seats. Super deals, seat views before you buy, lowest price guaranteed. Game Time picks curation makes it easy to save money on sports, concerts, comedy, theater. And if you can find somebody who is giving it to you cheaper, they'll credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Create an account. Redeem code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It is game time.